Hey guys, I'm back again with a brand new video for you all. And in this video, we'll be talking about the best teams that we can use for the final ELO push for the final week in the Go Battle League. And there are 4 leagues currently: Great League, Ultra League, Master League, and Catch Cup. So we'll be talking about the best teams for the Great League for the final ELO push, right? And they've already released the details about the new season. That is season Duel, I don't know, what was that? Duel Melting, Duel... I don't know, season 21, let's say season 21, I forgot the name. We'll be talking about all the details for the new season in next video. And I was a little busy for like 3-4 days. That is why I didn't make any videos in the past 3-4 days. And it was only 3-4 days and it already felt so long. And I haven't made any videos, it was so long, but it was only 3 or 4 days. And it's a little secret for you guys, I'll tell you after some days why I was busy. So without any further ado, let's start a video. First team for the Open Great League is going to be Malamar and Dewgong and Clodsire, or Malamar and Dunsparce and Azumarill. You can use both of these, any of the teams between these two. So the basic idea is Malamar being dark, Malamar is going to be weak against the fairy types. And you got poison type there, Clodsire, right? Dewgong is going to be a safe swap, and Dewgong is going to be weak against fighters. Clodsire and Malamar is going to help that. It's a very balanced team, right? You need something like Dewgong, Dunsparce, and Azumarill at the back if you're running Malamar, because Mandibuzz absolutely destroys it, and you also need Stone Age in your Clodsire. Okay, if you've got some like Azumarill at the back, then it's not necessary you need Stone Edge, but it's good if you have Stone Edge, right? So you don't have a clear answer in the first slot for things like Talonflame, except from that Stone Edge from that Clodsire, but you have 2 clear answers there, Azumarill and Dunsparce, in the slot 2, right? So you can use either of these teams, right? And yeah, pretty much the same logic. Look at that, Dunsparce being weak to fighters. You got Malamar with Psywave, right? You got also Azumarill there, and that's how it's gonna go. And yeah, so Azumarill is gonna be weak against poisons, and Malamar is gonna be psychic type. So yeah, that makes sense, right? And yeah, you can use this team, and nothing much to understand. I mean, the teams that we should use for the ELO push, the final ELO push, is meant to be not hard to understand and easy to use, and yeah, those kind of things. And you can also run tap teams, right? There are a lot of tap teams with Bastiodons, with the Carbinks, right? And Wigglytuffs. Those teams are coming later in this video. So let's move on to another team. Team number 2. Team number 2 is going to be Quagsire, Guzzlord, Sandslash, or what is that guy's name? I forgot that guy's name, man. The snail. How can I forget the Pokemon's name, man? Damn, I've been so busy I forgot the name. Gastrodon, man, how can I forget that? I'm sorry about that, guys. I used to call it Earthworm, but then I realized it's not Earthworm, it is a snail, right? I should stop calling Pokemon with the weird names that puts me in trouble, because just like now, I might forget sometimes, some other times, Pokemon's name, right? Like I call Marowak Awak there, right? Kanto Marowak Kwak. So it's, yeah, one of my favorite teams. I'm still running this in the Open Great League. I'm using Quagsire, Guzzlord, and sometimes Awak, sometimes A-Slash. So you can run either of these teams, but be sure to run Guzzlord in this team, right? So if you, alright, so if you use the first slot, you don't have clear answer against the fighters. That is a problem, right? But if you run slot 2, then you got Awak there, which is going to be good against fighters, but not against things like, which has a Rage Fist, like Pangoros, and Rage Fist like Primeapes and Allianapes, and also Pangoro being dark, it being Ghost, right? So yeah, but this team kind of works, and it definitely will work. I'm kind of sure. Alright, so move on to another. It's gonna be team number 3. One of my favorite, Greninja, Carbink, and Oranguru. And in place of this, you can also run Dunsparce, Azumarill, Clefable. Alright, though, kind of a similar logic again. this is one of our Discord popular team, right? Our Discord member came up with this Greninja, Carbink, and Oranguru. And this kind of works. Look at that. Greninja being weak to fighting. You got Fairy and Psychic. Confusion user at the back. And in slot 2 as well, you got Dunsparce, right? You got Double Fairy at the back. So Double Fairy being weak to things like Talonflame. You got Rollout user up front, and Greninja being so kind of a similar. Dunsparce being weak to fighting, and you got Double Fairy. So yeah, you can use this either of these teams, and you can also modify, put like something like Wigglytuff in there somewhere, right? And yeah, this definitely is going to work. Let's move on to another one. It's going to be team number 4, Serperior, Bastiodon, and Feraligatr. Actually, but you can also run Serperior with and Feraligatr with Clodsire or Dunsparce as well, right? And Serperior actually can be your fighting counter. It's got Aerialist, and it's also so bulky. It will put you out from a lot of help you in a lot of the tough situations. Serperior, right? Now, Serperior being weak against fires, you got Bastiodon and Feraligatr at the back. You got if you use Dunsparce, you got Dunsparce and Feraligatr. And if you use Clodsire, you got ground coverage there, right? Nothing much so deep. Yeah, you can just Serperior lead is going to be so good. You can win a lot of the match in because of his bulk, and he can tank Sludge Bomb from Clodsire pretty easily. And Frenzy Plant does so good against Clodsire as well, though it's only neutral, but it is neutral. It's not like resisted, right? And it can fight back against Clodsire as well, but not other poisons like Toxapex. But Frenzy Plant still does so good, right? Run Frenzy Plant and Aerialist, and yeah, this team is gonna work. Yeah, it's gonna be cool. Let's move on to another team. It's gonna be team number 5 and Gastrodon and Metaboss. I've talked about this team 10 times in this season. In these 3 months, I've talked about this team 10 times. Right? Its accent came up with this team in at the beginning of the season 20. I used this team. It was pretty good. Now, if you the left slots Gastrodon and Metaboss don't have clear answer against things like Azumarill, just stay in the lead if it's in the lead. And yeah, Gastrodon, you can put Gastrodon in the lead. Yeah, you can put Gastrodon in the lead is much better. Gastrodon in the lead is much better. If Talonflame, then just stay with your Gastrodon, right? Because you got at the back. Yeah, so that's how. And a Carbink, and yeah, you can also run Carbink instead of and you just put other Mud Boy instead of Gastrodon. That's how this team works. And this team is pretty cool, and a lot of the guys are using Drifblim at the back. That is why Mandibuzz at the back is so good. A lot of guys are using Diggersby and Drifblim at the back. Some are using Diggersby, Drifblim. Well, they are also using Dunsparce. That's why you got coverage there. Something like Quagsire or I'm sorry. Yeah, so yeah, this is gonna be good, man. It's a tight team. So move on to another one. It's gonna be team number 6. So it's gonna be Primeape, Talonflame, and Wigglytuff. You can also run Unlighted and Jumpluff in place of Primeape and Talonflame. Now, talk about Wigglytuff at the back. It's gonna be so good as long as it's not gonna be Toxapex or things like that at the back. People are using Feraligatrs, Drifblims. I just told you Drifblim. A lot of the guys are using Feraligatrs, Drifblims at the back, and some are using Feraligatr as a safe swap. A lot of them. Putting Wigglytuff in the back is so good, and since it's a final week, just use Wigglytuff, man. People are using Primeapes and Lilaps, right? Well, Rage Fist is getting nerfed next season. I just found out. We'll talk about that in the next video. Wait for that video. Right, and talk about Wigglytuff and Feraligatr. Talonflame at the back. The combination Talonflame is weak against Feraligatrs. Wigglytuff resists the Shadow Claws and can tank one Hydro Cannon and does good with Charm. And Drifblim, it kind of destroys Drifblim, right? Oh, hey, where this light's facing? This light should be facing here. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Not much difference, but it's fine. So yeah, I went a little off topic. I'm sorry about that. Yeah. So yeah, just talk about things people use at the back. Talonflame and Wigglytuff completely destroy them, right? And you can just put Jumpluff in place of Talonflame as well. Now, then your backline, if you use the left slot, your backline would be weak against something like Alone Sandslash, and you got Fighter up front. It's gonna be ABB against those things. That's how this team is gonna work. And again, both the slots, Bastiodon would destroy your backline. You got Primeape and Annihilate in the lead, so that's how this team is gonna work. You can try this team. Let's move on to another team. It's gonna be Dewgong and Toxapex and Dunsparce. So it's ABA weak to fighters. If you find Annihilate Primeape, you just stay in the lead with your Dewgong, debuff them, right? Then come with your Toxa. Now, the left slot would be a little, both the slots would be a little harsh against things like Annihilate. Because what do you do when you come with your Toxa? Poison jabs are resisted, right? But it can still work. It can still work, and you put they are so glassy. You put so low with just Ice Charge, and you can tank the second Rage Fist and go for the second Ice Fang. I mean, what am I talking? Second Icy Wind. Second Icy Wind. Yeah, shielding second Rage Fist. Don't shield the first one, right? Some people also go for the close combat and the very first move. Just watch out for that, right? And yeah, you can just replace Dunsparce with Diggersby and just the same, right? So yeah, obviously gonna be a little harsh against Annihilate, but it can work. That's how this team is going to work. ABA Water as well, right? So let's move on to another team. It's gonna be team number 8 and Azumarill, Clodsire, and K-Wack. Not A-Wack this time. It's gonna be a K-Wack. And then for Alligator, Driftbloom, and Gastrodon, kind of a similar team. Now you're running ABA weak against Grass. Then you got Clodsire in the middle, and if you use this one, then you're running Driftbloom in the middle. You can also run Shadow, right? So even if you find something like Jumpluff in the lead with your Azumarill, just stay through the Ice Beam. They will shield, right? You get shield, then you come into Clodsire. That's how it's gonna go. And even if it's gonna be for Alligator, if you can use Shadow as well, go for the Ice Beam, right? They're gonna shield. That's how the team is gonna go ABA style. And yeah, you can have pretty much fun. And this team is gonna work against a lot of the teams, and he's gonna prove to be good for the final Elo push. So yeah, and that is it, guys. Those were the teams, right? And if you like the content, please leave a like and comment, and subscribe to the channel if you have not yet. And do join my Discord server. The link is in the description. If you want your battle videos to be shoutcasted in the channel, then please send me your battle videos. The link is in the description, right? And yeah, I was a little busy. I didn't upload or make videos for like since 2 or 4 days, 2, 3, 4 days, right? So yeah, I'm gonna bring you guys a little surprise. Why was I busy? I'm gonna give you the news, and stay tuned for the next video, which is gonna be about the details of season 21. Stay tuned for next video. Thank you so much, guys.